Thank you for volunteering to be a student helper during our Schoolinks onboarding process. In this video, we're going to describe how you can onboard yourself through the Schoolinks program and some ideas on how you can help students during the RAMS block onboard themselves during the presentation. So the first thing you need to do is go to schoollinks.com, and the page will look like this. You're going to click on Login in the upper right-hand corner. And we're going to use Login with Google. So it's very important for all students to use their Google login to create their account. So please make sure that you are logging in with Google and reminding students during the session to log in with their Google account. Once you've logged in with Google, it's going to bring you to this screen that is going to ask you to start the onboarding process. So please take some time to read through the different questions and then go ahead and click Let's Go. So we're going to have students click on this. And it will first bring you to a survey where you either agree or disagree that the statement matches you. So it's going to be a series of statements that pop up in this box. So you can either put agree that this applies to you, X that it doesn't apply to you, or the question mark if you're not really sure how to respond to it. The idea of the survey is to match you with your strengths and weaknesses and possible career paths, college paths that you might be interested in. So it's really an interest survey, and you can always go back and take it again if you feel like, oh, it's not really popping up with things that apply to me. But the first part of the onboarding process is to go through this questionnaire. So you'll go through each of these by responding, doesn't apply to you, applies to you, or you're not really sure. Please take some time to answer this for yourself, and we'll move on to the next segment. During the presentation in the theater, it'll be important to give the students time to get through that survey. They can repeat questions and again, retake it if they're not feeling like their answers are popping up with things that they're interested in. You can go back and take it as many times as you want, but it's just that kind of preliminary personality match. When you've finished answering all of the questions, you're going to come to a screen that looks like this. And it'll give you an idea of how your answers kind of popped up. So you're like the investigator. And so it gives you some top cluster matches. So career clusters are groups of careers that fit with your personality style. And so like law, public safety, corrections, securities, transportation, distribution, logistics, finance, these are things that match the way that I had answered these questions. Everyone's screen will look a little different because people answer the questions a little bit differently, right? And so you can find famous people that answered very similarly and kind of investigate that a little bit further. So it's just kind of an interesting way to see how your answers popped up with like characteristics that you might want to use when you're selecting a career cluster. So the students, so as you're going through this, go ahead and click next and have the students in the theater click next as well, where you can investigate your top matches in a little more detail. So it'll give you the name of the cluster and then some ideas of things that fall in that category. And so you kind of scroll through and you don't have to pick one of the top ones. You can keep scrolling down and maybe there's something that didn't pop up that you're interested in. But read through the career clusters, encourage students in the theater to read through the career clusters and pick one that they're most interested in. So we'll just pick this top choice and we'll click next. Now that we've selected a career cluster, and again, you can go backwards and change that if you want to. You can either search for a career that you know specifically you're looking for, or you can scroll through the list of careers that are within that cluster. So there's quite a few that are listed. So lots to kind of scroll through. You can take as much or as little time as you want. And if we go back to this top one, you can also see details. So it allows you to click and get just a little bit more information about that particular career. And so as you scroll through, if you find one that you're interested in, you can click on it and then click on next. All right, so once you've kind of set a career goal, now you're going to get this opportunity to investigate majors or training in that area. So if I wanted to go for that career, it shows me some related training programs and majors that may help me get there. And so again, scrolling through to kind of see something that might look interesting, and you can click on it and then click on next. So you can, again, take some time to kind of scroll through and look at the different like training and major programs. All right, now I'm just going to come up with the results. So this is the results of my personality match. It's got a career goal that I've set. So each person should have a career goal. And again, you can go and change this at any time and just kind of go back and investigate other things and switch it. And I also have this major training goal. So I've picked like a major training program that I thought was interesting that might help to get to that particular career. Right. And so you can search for colleges that offer that major. You can also kind of look for like more information about a particular career or kind of other careers in that area. But again, the results will pop up, and then it will give you an opportunity to go to dashboard. Once you finish the onboarding process, every other time that you log into Schoolinks, it will bring you first to your dashboard. And this is where you can kind of jump and do a lot of different things with it. So on the left-hand side, there's some options like categories. So if you want to investigate colleges or careers or finances or programs, you can kind of click through these options on the left. But this section, this feed section, is going to be different for every single person. So depending on what your career goal and your college goals were, different things are going to pop up in this feed that are relevant to your selection. So the more you customize your profile in Schoolinks, the more you kind of select different colleges and programs you're interested in, this will customize that feed for you so that you can check out information that gets posted. So definitely interesting to go through every once in a while, log in, scroll through this, just see if anything kind of pops up that you might want to investigate further. In this to-do list, as we roll into using Schoolinks, there will be different things that you'll need to complete. We're going to be using Schoolinks in place of Naviance for all grades 11 and down. Seniors will still use Naviance this year, but this will be a place for students to kind of, there's this task you need to do, or there's just an activity, or you signed up for this college visit. And so all of that is going to kind of run through Schoolinks as we transition from Naviance to Schoolinks. So again, this section will be helpful as we start to use the program a little more. Right, so as you're helping students in the theater, it's going to be really important that you keep them engaged, that you help them get through that onboarding process, that they take it seriously, that they spend a little time thinking about those statements that are popping up and looking at the careers. We're going to use it to help inform the way that students select classes. We're going to try to link them to programs that are available in our area, whether that's through Tech Campus or some of the other really cool internship and kind of dual credit, all kinds of different things that we offer through the high school, to have different sessions where we bring in people from the community to talk about careers. We want to make sure we get people connected to things that they're interested in. And all of the information in Schoolinks will help us to make those decisions. So you being there to help students get through this, to answer questions, is going to be really vital. As you go through your own onboarding process, please make sure that you ask questions. So you can fill out the Google form, you can email Mrs. Piggott, or you can email Mrs. Mitchell. Like, let us know if something didn't work for you. Let us know if something wasn't clear, because we want you to be there as an expert in this onboarding process so that you can help other students during that Rams block time. So if you have questions, there's probably a good chance other people have questions. So please ask those questions as they come up. But we just, again, want to thank you for your willingness to volunteer. to help get all students involved with this program, because we really think it's going to be a great way for students to investigate what they want to do, make a plan, and stick with it. So thank you.